Welcome to On Deck. I'm Tyler Redmond. I'm sitting here with 1979 World Series champion Steve Nicosia from the Pittsburgh Pirates. How you doing, Mr. Nicosia?
Nice to meet you.
So let's talk about that World Championship for a second. You were telling me earlier that you were drafted right out of high school,
Right.
and you immediately play on this team and you win a World Championship. And you had players like Willie Stargell crying because they've been playing for years, and you were kind of like, what's going on? So if you could tell me about how you felt during that.
Well, I really didn't grasp everything that was taking place. I was the only rookie on the team that year, and I'd spent 5 years in the minor leagues, and we've got all these superstars around me, and then all of a sudden we're in Baltimore, and it's snowing, and we end up going to Game 7 and winning in Baltimore, and it was the most exciting thing that's ever happened to me, and I was so excited. We come in the clubhouse, and everybody's shooting champagne everywhere and pouring it on each other, and all of a sudden I look around, and three-quarters of the guys are crying, mostly older guys, obviously, because I was just 22 years old at the time. And I couldn't understand. I'm like, why is everyone crying? I was so excited. I just assumed this was gonna happen every year for the rest of my baseball career.
Would have been nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it sure would have. I come to realize that they were just an accumulation of years and years of trying to get to the big dance and finally winning. That it was very emotional for everybody, and I didn't take that in at the time. Now looking back on it, I see just how great and an honor it was to be in that clubhouse and to be a world champion. It was just a great thing.
I'm gonna let you brag for a minute. Hold up that ring to the camera.
This is my pride and joy. It's the best thing that's ever happened to me in baseball, obviously. And you ask anybody that's ever played, nobody plays for the money. Everybody plays to have this flag going on their finger. Absolutely. I mean,
let's hope that never changes.
Well, let's hope so. I mean, the money is nice. When we played years ago, there wasn't the money that there is now. But I still think if you ask the players now, the money's nice, but it's not what they play for. Everybody plays to be a world champion.
Absolutely. I want to talk about Willie Stargell for a minute, because I know he had to be an influence for you. What is your best Willie Stargell story, being around him so much?
I'll never forget we were heading to Montreal to play in sometime in August, and we were a couple games here, there, in or out of first place, I can't remember. And he put his arm around me and he said, "Kid, it's going to be your first year and you're going to be a world champion." He goes, "You have no idea what an impact that's going to have on your life." And looking back on it, I'm thinking, how does he even know something like that? But he was just a positive influence and just a classy person. You'll never hear anybody, when the name's Stargell, you'll never hear anybody have a negative. It was the most positive, influential guy, and he's the reason why we won. I mean, Chuck Tanner was great, he was our manager, but Stargell ran the whole show in the clubhouse and on the field. Tanner didn't need to say a word because Stargell took care of everything. He was the king. I mean, he was fantastic. I love him to death.
100%. You said this right here is the best thing that ever happened to you in baseball.
Yes.
Now, I can imagine there's life outside of baseball for you as well.
Absolutely. Well, my wife and I, we raised 4 beautiful daughters, and they're all functioning in society, and they're great kids. And that was the best thing that ever happened to me. My wife and my 4 children. But I could say in baseball, this is a totally different thing.
That other ring is what matters, right?
Yeah, absolutely. That's the real ring there. That's the one where I'm not the boss. I just go along what everyone tells me to do. So
now, where we're at right now is United Way charity golf tournament, Labor Day golf tournament. What does it mean to you to be able to participate in such a great charity?
Well, I can remember when Darryl first started this thing. I've been probably 7 or 8 years of I think there's now 11 or
12, I think.
Yeah, I've been 7 or 8 years, and the only time I didn't come was when I had my knee surgery, when I had my hip surgery last. I've missed, I think, 3 or 4 years, but other than that, it's so fantastic to raise money for the community here.
Absolutely.
And Darryl's, again, such a positive influence. What a great guy. I mean, he just gives his heart and soul over this thing, and I've known Darryl a long time, and it's just nice to be here and to give back into the community. I'm in Atlanta now, and to see these people prosper from the tournament, it's just a fantastic thing. Darryl and his wife are just great people.